Hello everyone, this is Johannes.
And this is Cinema.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we are taking a look at Wispwood.
This is a new game released by CG at Spiel, and this is a review copy of the game. As always, we're going to do a little overview, and then we're going to talk about the game, and then we're going to do scoring, and we're going to do final thoughts, who's it for, all of the things. If you like things about board games, you can
subscribe.
Because it's
games.
Yes, games are amazing, and this one is a game. Let's take a look at it. In this game, you will be drafting tiles to place into your little tableau. In this game, you're going to play 3 rounds. The first round, you're going to play a 4x4 grid, and a 5x5 grid, and then a 6x6 grid. You are on your turn taking one of these tiles, and when you take a tile, you have to choose a different pattern. So let's say, for example, I take this one, and I choose this pattern. I need to then grab 3 of these trees, which have these on the back, but you don't know which there is, and you're not supposed to because they're supposed to be trees. So they give us for 2 things, tiles and trees. Tiles and trees, that could be a game. And you can place it like this, for example. I placed a couple before we started, obviously. And this could have been placed in anywhere in this pattern as I wanted it, because I want to place it different places because of these different scorings. That's going to be different each time. The other thing I can do is that if I have used my cat will turn around and hide inside a tree, because that's what cats are known to do. I can use my cat to either refill or to be able to take a tile and choose another pattern from whenever I want. And if I need to get my cat back, I can take up to 3 tiles. Let's say I wanted to take these to fill up my grid. Probably I wouldn't want to do it because I have very few things that score, but just for the example, I would do this. And then the round would end as soon as somebody gets to do their grid, they finish their grid. The other players get to play as long as everyone has played the same amount of rounds. And then you're going to score. So each of these are going to score. We're not going to go through all of them, but they will score for different pattern. This have to be, for example, now this one scores a point for every tree that's in a row or column. And this one scores points for being away from other jack-o'-lanterns, stuff like that. And then you are going to be able to move your cat to a new location if you want to. You will then remove all your trees and not the wisps, which will score you points. And this is now the start of next round. So now I can place adjacent to any of this, and now I will be able to place a 5x5 grid. And I haven't chosen like the size of the grid before you start a round. And then you will do the same again in a 6x6 grid. So like the puzzle gets bigger, but also your options are smaller because you have already chosen where some of the tiles go. And that is basically the game. Of the 3 rounds, the player who has the most points is often Cinema, but it is the winner of the game.
I like Wispwood, I like the draft, and it feels like it isn't the same kind of draft as a Cascadia, but you're choosing one like type and one polyomino shape. Yeah. So that feels kind of like Cascadia. You're choosing like 2 things. And also, as you said, you can use your cat to cheat the game and be like, I really need this witch's hat, but I need this particular shape, for example. So that it can be very useful in some particular situations.
One of the things that's very important that I didn't say during the overview is that the tiles do not refill instantly. So if there's something you want, you have to take it. Because if somebody takes the tiles like this, you could use your cat, as I said, to like refill everything, but it's not going to refill until one of 2 things happen. And that is, if there is only one type of wisp left, you can at the start of your turn refill it, kind of like in Wingspan, where it's like if it's the only resource type left, or if there are no tiles left on the board, you can then choose to refill. So sometimes you are in a position where like, I don't really want to use my cat, I don't want any of that because it's not going to help me towards my strategy, basically.
And you basically want to force other people to refill.
Yes.
So you get all your options open again. It works well with all player accounts, I would say. But I don't think you need like a 3 or 4 players to have fun with this game. Because it isn't that much interaction other than some hate drafting. But you can hate draft with 2 players as well.
Yes.
So it works with both. All player accounts basically.
I have to say that this is one of those games where I would recommend it with all player accounts because it's so quick. A 2-player game you play in half an hour, and the box has 45 minutes, and you can easily play a 4-player game in 45 minutes if you haven't got very slow players, because it's not that many turns. Like the first round is very soon finished, and then like you get it's a bit longer and a bit longer, but it's not long. Depending on, of course, how people play, but it is a game which I think that is going to be very good at all player counts and play in less than an hour with all player counts, which is really nice.
The unique part of this game is the escalation of it, basically, because as you showed, when you are done with one round, you are taking away all the trees and the wisps stay left. So you want to then the next round try to build those wisps like better to make their scoring better and also add to the board, and it gives you restrictions because now, for example, it's not every single shape that will fit into this this hole that you are losing here, but you have some options to, for example, play. Right now it wouldn't fit though, but you could basically move your grid as you see fit.
Of course, before you start building in it, you can't just move things after you have built it, but you're flexible about which directions you play things when you play.
It's like King Domino. Like, you have to follow this grid, but you decide kind of...
Like, your castle doesn't have to be in the middle.
Yes.
But also, the interesting thing for me is that I also, like I said, you want to expand on this, but also, for example, especially the pumpkins are usually often in a place where they don't want to be adjacent to it. They have, like, very specific things. So when you build something in the first or second round, you have to be sure you don't destroy that when you place other things. So you're always trying to build more scoring opportunities so you score more points each round. I will have to say, like, the only place I remember having seen anything like this, it's not the same, but it reminds me of Galaxy Trucker.
Yeah.
Where you have a small board and a medium board and a large board. Or you have the medium, large, and the super large if you play like up to the level 4 in the older version. I don't remember how it is in the new one. So it might have been like an inspiration from that. It's the same company. I don't know if it is, but that's like, it doesn't feel the same at all because you are keeping some of the things. I haven't seen it done in this way before.
I agree.
And I really like that.
Yeah, the escalation is really fun. And in the third round, you feel like you're doing so much more than in the last. And I would say that replayability in this game, like variability, is pretty high. Because these are interchangeable, the scorings. And the different one makes you think in another way when you're puzzling it together. For example, sometimes you want a huge, like, section of trees that are connected. Sometimes you want them to be like in a row or column, or so it's like not, you still have to do the puzzle, but you're thinking a little bit differently on how to puzzle it every time.
I feel like they're different enough.
Yes.
Like I said, like, it's not like this time I'm placing this in stacks. Like, it's not like, it's still the same thing, but the spatial puzzle is going to be different each time. So who do you think is going to like Wispwood?
I just have to add...
Oh, add whatever you want.
Yes, which is a little different. I don't know if you said
so.
No. Because... I kept it a secret. Yes, because it doesn't need to be in a particular pattern like the other ones do, but you have a rule for it. So to place a witch's hat, you need to place it in some way related to your cat. And that's also interesting when you are able to move your cat at the end of one round. So... the other ones work a little bit differently, so the witches, a little unique.
And they always score the same way, the witches. They have, like, there's only like a set collection for them, so the puzzle for them is to place them, if you want them, adjacent to the cat. So, who do you think is going to like Wispwood?
I think if you like spatial puzzles, this is not the hardest one, but it's definitely crunchy, and I think it will fit a lot of people. So if you are a gamer that are into horror games, I think you will like this. If you're looking for like a filler or just a crunchy tiling, but it's not that complex that you have to have played a lot of games to master this game. I think this will meet a lot of people at the level they wanted, basically. Yeah,
maybe I should do the final thoughts first this time.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Just for fun, to shake things up on Board Gaming Ramblings. That's what we do here. So if you like shaking things up, you can
subscribe.
Yes, you can also shake a drink or something. That's another thing if you like shaking things up.
Yes.
But on this channel, you can subscribe. This was a surprise for me. Wispwood, I didn't really know anything about it. I saw the cover of it and I thought kids game. Because it kind of looks like... do you have the cover?
Yeah, I have.
It kind of looks a bit... Not that all game, like it's a cat, that doesn't make it a kids game, but something about the colors and things made it just like when I looked through the preview, it made, I don't need that. I don't usually, when I do BGG spiel, I don't have time to read all the rules, so there's a lot of things, but CG always makes good games. So I saw that I have not remembered that I did check out that I wanted a review copy of this, and we got it, and I was very pleasantly surprised. This is a great game. This is a game I can play. This is one of those that gives you a feeling of, I'll play again. Because the puzzle is so fun, and you have tension, because if you manage to fill your board, you get bonus points for that. So you're trying to see, okay, how far away are you from that? Is it worth it for me to get that piece? Oh, but I can't get that type of piece, so I want to use my cat to be able to do that. So it is a lighter game, but it is a very good one. The puzzle is fun. I really enjoy the fact that you have like a puzzle, spatial puzzle that changes, but it's still kind of the same piece. Some pieces are still there. Everything is fun. It's very light. The rules, you can teach the rules in under 5 minutes. It's basically take a tile, choose a piece and place it. And of course you have to remember the scorings, kind of like in Cascadia, you have a different scoring for all. And these are simpler, I feel like, than the Cascadia scorings. But it is a very, very fun. I know I said fun many times, but it is because it is fun. So for me, it's going to land on an 8. I think it's a great spatial puzzle game that I am excited to play more.
Yeah, I like it as well. Actually, when you plan the list for a spiel, I usually don't know too much about it, but Martin showed me the game at the press thing, and he explained the expanding grid, and I was just like, this sounds fun. I need this. I was very glad you were able to get it, and I think it's a very clever way of doing a polyomino puzzle. Because you can put this wisp in whatever place in the shape that you choose. So it makes it, yes, it is a polyomino puzzle without it being a polyomino puzzle, kind of. And I think that I don't know if I've seen that before either. So this is a very unique game. And at the same time, it's very familiar because you're having these interchangeable scorings. You're having like this basic tile placement. So it's just a great game. I'm going to land on an 8 as well.
Great is 8. 8 is great. I was going to say I said it the wrong way around, but that is going to be the end of the review. We hope it gave you some feelings of if this might be a game for you. If you want to know more, you can check it out on BGG and stuff like that. And that's going to be the end. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Cinema.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.